Hello students, in this video we are going to discuss four different terms. These are isotopes, isobars, isotones and isomers. So basically till the end of this video you will be able to know what are these terms and what are the differences between them. So let's start with the first one, that is isotope. So isotopes are of same element, right? Isotopes are of same element. These are the atoms of an element with same atomic number. Since they are of same element, so they all have same atomic number, but the difference is their mass number is not same. So isotopes are the atoms of an element with same atomic number but different mass number. So such atoms are called isotopes. So what we have to remember, in case of isotopes, atomic number will remain same, means Z will be same, and since Z is same, atomic number is not changing, that symbol of the element remains same, so symbol will remain same, the letter that we will use, but mass number will change. This is the main point to understand isotopes. So for example, if we take the examples of isotopes, we have, in case of chlorine, it is 17Cl34 and 17Cl35, or in case of hydrogen, it is 1H1, 1H2 and 1H3. All these three atoms exist. Similarly, in case of chlorine, we get both atoms. These both are in existence. So in both cases, in case of chlorine, Z is same, that is Cl. The symbol that we are using is Cl, which is also same. The Z is 17 and the symbol is Cl. So in case of chlorine that we are using, the atomic number is 17, which is same. The symbol we are using for chlorine is Cl, same in both case, but the mass number is changing. This is changing. One, for first it is 34 and for second it is 35. So this is the change. That's why we call them as isotope. Similarly, in case of hydrogen, Z is equal to 1 for all the atoms, symbol is same, and mass number will vary as 1 or 2 or 3 for different atoms. So all these three are the isotopes of hydrogen. Similarly, these two are the isotopes of chlorine. The second term we have is isobars. Second term is isobars. Now, in the case of isobars, things are opposite to that of isotopes. In case of isobars, atomic number, right? Atomic number will be different, but mass number, that means A, will remain same in case of isobars. Since their atomic number is different, so they will be the atoms of different elements. By changing Z, we mean the elements are different. So if we have atoms of different elements with same mass number, then we call them isobars. Okay, so we can define isobars as atoms having same mass number but different atomic number. For example, now they have different atomic number, means they can't be of same element, they have to be of different elements. So for example, we have 1H2 or 1H3, we can take 1H3 and 2He3. So here, in case of hydrogen and helium, these are the elements of different, these are the atoms of different elements, and their atomic numbers Z are different, but they have same mass number. So their Z is varying. For first it is 1, for second it is 2, but their mass number is 3, which is same in both the cases. So that's why these two are isobars. One more example we can take of calcium. For calcium, atomic number is 20, mass number is 40, and for argon it is 18, its atomic number is 18, but it has mass number 40 also. So in that case, Z is also Z is changing in this case also, For first one it is 20, for second one it is 18, but the mass number is same, which is 40 for both of them. So these two are also isobars. So isobars are those atoms which have same mass number but different atomic number. Since their atomic number is different, so that's why they are the atoms of different elements. This we have to remember, their symbol will be different. Now the third term we have is isotones. To understand the term isotone, we have to see the nuclear composition of the atom. So basically, if there are atoms with same number of neutrons, or we can say there are nuclides, because we are talking about the reference of their nuclear composition, then we call them nuclides. So if there are nuclides with same number of neutrons, then we call them isotones. So we can define isotones as nuclides with same number of neutrons. Now we can also explain it mathematically. Number of neutrons, we have just seen in the previous video. Number of neutrons, we represent it by capital N, and it is equal to the difference of A and Z, mass number and atomic number. So if we have atoms such that their difference between A and Z is same, then those nuclides are called isotones. For example, in case of 17Cl37, it is an isotope of chlorine, and 19K, that is potassium 39, right? In both the cases, the value N, which is equal to A minus Z, is 20, right? So 37 minus 17 is 20, 39 minus 19 is 20. That means number of neutrons in both cases are equal. That's why these two are isotones. One more example we can take. It can be 80 mercury 198 and 79 Pu 197. So in this case also, the number of neutrons, that is equal to A minus Z, is 118, right? This is 118. So in this case also, these two will act as isotones. So for isotones, the number of neutrons will remain same, rest anything can change. There is nothing about any factor else, but the number of neutrons should be same in case of isotones. Only then we can call them isotones. The last term we have is isomers. So isomers are of same element, same atomic number, same mass number. These are the nuclei with same atomic number, same mass number, but the difference is they exist in different energy state. For example, one atom of ground state and the atom of same element in excited state. If we have such kind of two atoms, then we call them as isomers, right? So nuclei with same atomic number, same mass number, but different energy states, means those atoms exist in different energy states, then such nuclei are called isomers. So a nucleus in its ground state and identical nucleus in its excited state are called isomers. So that's all about the four terms that we were discussing: isotopes, isobars, isotones and isomers. I hope you all are getting the definitions, the meaning of these terms and the difference between them. So for further videos, further discussion about this chapter, stay tuned and keep studying. Thank you.